Davis with Line 6 here at Namm 2018, and here we're going to be introducing the HX Effects unit, which is our latest member of the Helix family. So taking a look at HX Effects, you're going to see that this is really a Helix product minus the amps and cabs, and that's really the important thing to realize, that without the amps and cabs, we had all of the HX effects, and we've also added all of the legacy effects from Line 6, so going all the way back to DL4, MM4, FM4, and so on. All of those are going to be in here as well. So when you take a look at this, it obviously looks like a Helix product. I'm just going to, taking a look here, you're going to see the presets. We have touch capacitive foot switches, just like you see on Helix. If I want to dial anything up, I just touch what I'm interested in doing. Then I'm going to see all of this stuff up here. If I have more than one page of controls, I can use these page left and right buttons so I can move back and forth between my pages. One of the things that I love about these delays is the fact that anything that's time-based, I can actually switch that between milliseconds, but we also have double action encoders, so now I can also change it to my note values. If I want to change my tempo overall, I can tap a new tempo over here, or if I want to manually program it to, for example, 120 beats, I just touch it, and then you'll see that controls here, and I can change everything there. So it's super intuitive, really easy to edit. Everything's color-coded. Line 6 has been using the same color code since we started, so there's nothing new there. We do have a fully functional looper built in as well. So for example, if I hit this looper button, you'll notice everything will change out, and it's the exact same looper like what we would see on Helix.
So can you change parameters with an expression pedal?
Absolutely. So I'm going to just show you how that works. If I want to do, and you'll notice I have two different expression pedals connected here through these jacks. I've got a Line 6 EX1, and then I also have the Line 6 approved Mission pedal. So for example, maybe you're in a situation where you want to control the mix level of your delay. How you would do that, I'm going to go to my delay. I'm going to toggle over to where I see mix. I'm going to push that button down for 2 seconds, and now it's asking what I want to control. I'm going to select Learn Control. I'm going to move my expression pedal, and now you'll see that it's automatically assigned to expression pedal 2, which is the pedal I just hit. Then if I want to even control that further, right now it's going between 0 and 100%, but maybe I want it to go from 10 to 30%. I can very easily dial that in, and then magically, when I go back to the exit, now when I scroll through here, you'll notice when I move that expression pedal back and forth, it's just going between that parameters that I've just assigned.
That's neat.
So a couple other things I always like to point out, we do have a lot of presets available. Right now we're seeing one group of presets, but I can step back here. I've got all these different presets with different looks. It's very easy to just grab things and go. We do have banks that we can scroll through.
So can you set up your own custom bank?
Absolutely. So a lot of the banks will actually just be empty. For example, if I just go up here, we've got a bunch of presets in here, but once I scroll up far enough, I'm sure there will be a few. There we go. It's like something like this. Now you'll notice there's nothing here at all. So for example, maybe I want to program this. I'm just going to touch it, press the big knob. Now I scroll through here. You press on dynamics. And here, this is kind of cool because on a Helix, you're going to see mono and stereo options. But now with this latest update for HX Effects, and this is also going to be for Helix 2.5 coming in the next couple of weeks, we actually have this legacy as well. So I can pick all of the old stuff from the DM4 and DL4 and so on. So I can press that, and now I'm going to see all of my options available here, and then I'm good to go. A couple other things that I always like to point out for people. Sometimes people ask, what about snapshots? Because on Helix we have snapshots available. We do have snapshots available here. You can activate it the same way just by pressing down banks simultaneously. Now you get your 4 different snapshots available for that preset.
So when's this going to be available and how much?
Well, it's in the States, it's available right now at select locations. We're going to be doing a lot of shipping over the next couple of weeks. So in the US, most stores should see it within the next couple of weeks. Outside of the US, it will probably be a couple more weeks past that. But you'll definitely want to talk to your Line 6 dealer to find out when they'll be receiving them. Oh yeah, one more thing, just to take a look at the jacks on the back here. Because this really is meant to go onto a pedal board versus replacing someone's pedal board, we have lots of ins and outs to make it work well for pedal boards. So we already talked about the expression pedal jacks. We have two options for expression pedals, which we're using both of those, but we can also use these jacks because they're tip ring sleeve, and we can do analog amp control. So whatever your favorite traditional amp is, you can use TRS cables to control that. You're going to notice we have dual mono effect loops here, so we can run two completely separate external effects, or we can run one stereo effect, however you decide to use it. We do have true stereo ins and outs, which is great because it's not going to squash anything that you've already got going on for your routing. We also have MIDI, so you can use this as a MIDI controller for other devices. For example, over in the corner here we have a Pete Thorne amp, and he actually programmed that so he didn't need to use a foot controller. He's actually using just MIDI to control it. Or this could be controlling other things, or be controlled by maybe a keyboard player's rig. If they're sending MIDI CCs for tap tempo things, you can do that there. And then we also have USB for updating. This is also where you could load in one of the 128 IRs that you want to use, or doing the editing. It uses the same editor as Helix. Now we call it HX Edit to accommodate this.